everybody. Welcome back to Let's Learn Together. Wow, I can't even remember the name of my own show. If you're still here and I haven't edited this out, then this is game number 2, and I've got Barjabita, the head coach of 16-Bit Genesis, which is a competitive North American team getting ready to hit the scene and take North America by storm. So we're going to look at this game from Bukran. He's going to be playing Pantheon Jungle and Platinum. Let's see how this goes. I'm glad that he recorded it live so we actually get to see his item purchases.
We can see all of it just from his perspective. We don't have that cheat to see what their jungle is doing, so a little bit more raw.
So real quick, I want to go back real quick because he did something that the last video didn't do. Dropped the ward, which is good. He dropped the ward here. Hit B. Go back immediately. Swap to sweeper. You have enough time to drop your ward, go back, swap the sweeper, and then go to your other buff if that's where you're going to start. So that's good.
Definitely would have tried to put that ward in the bush because I don't know who's that enemy jungle. Who was the enemy jungle? Anyways, the main reason is because you can still Olaf can throw it. Like if they were doing an invade or anybody would be invading, they would have thrown an axe from the bush. And it's right now you can't tell if your red buff is moving around towards the bush unless you pan that way. But he could stay in bush and your ward wouldn't pick him up.
How much do you know about Pantheon as a champion?
I know some. I know how his passive works and like his kit and all that. In this matchup for sure, you can definitely punish both. You're gonna definitely need to help like your mid lane, but he seems to be doing an okay job at holding his own against Cannon. But as you can see, he's also paying attention to that top lane because again, Nasus is a immobile champ.
Yeah.
So having those gap closers and the CC from Camille will help you push that and definitely snowball that lane.
Do you think that's what this is right here? Do you think this is indecision, or do you think him noticing something top lane?
So here, I think it was more, I'll stick around. Yeah, like basically, yeah, it's indecisive. Like I don't need to go red yet. I guess I'll get my level 3 here, finish my camp, and see how how top lane is doing. But at the same time, how much health are you going to come out of this? Now you're going to do your scuttle, but like now you're half health, and you could meet with the enemy jungle there.
Yeah, and the lower Olaf goes, the stronger he gets.
Right. So face checking that tri bush was pretty high risk.
I guess we're diving. Maybe not. Or we are. Okay.
I mean, Nasus can see him right there because of minion vision. So I don't know what they're trying to do. Oh, that would have been a perfect opportunity there. There you go. I don't know. Yeah. I hear you're idling and taxing your laner.
Yeah.
Definitely leave the ward, because if she's gonna keep punishing like that, definitely leave some vision for her. But at this point, I would have been putting my attention elsewhere, like finishing my clear, maybe do a quick rotation mid, or just go straight to bot. Exploit that. You get vision on his information on the jungler with that Scryer.
Yeah. What I'm worried is that all this time we're standing around kind of just waiting for something to happen, that Olaf is just power farming.
100%. That's you have to think that way. It's a good thing she he stuck around, but I feel like this was like also a lack of communication. Because look, I feel like if Camille was comfortable with again with coming in for a gank or trying to take go back a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because right here, so they're fighting in top lane. He sees that. but
You know,
it's a little bit too late.
if we would have farmed something at that point, we'd have had level 5. And then we would have been able to engage on that and push. I guarantee you, if he saw, well, I don't want to say I guarantee, but I'm 90% sure if NASA saw you coming in, ulting on Pantheon, he's going to probably back off, especially in Platinum.
I would say go finish your wolves, get 5 from that.
Yep.
And you could have definitely had enough space or to ult from your wolves or blue buff to either top or mid instead of waiting on that push.
Would be
now
back.
We're gonna use that scryer.
I don't know. I would not go anywhere near an Olaf jungle with this much HP.
Right. Which is why I said it was kind of risky to push that tri-bush in top lane, because Camille was shoving hard for quite some time, so I would have expected a possible gank from Olaf early.
One thing that I don't like about Pantheon as a champion is his early clear, you get really low on health. So ganking pretty hard, but this looks like it's going to be successful.
Hopefully he can flash. No, never mind. That was already good.
Does this shield block turret damage? Do you know?
Not anymore. I think on PC it did for some time, but no, it doesn't. Now let's see if that red buff is there, because it's been a while since his chickens aren't there. So
yeah, I want to go back. What level was Olaf? Did you see?
No, I didn't catch it. I didn't quite catch that.
Sorry.
It's fine, man.
Now it's coming.
Right there.
So Olaf's 6.
So 6, and then he didn't back just yet. So we can assume that he backed and bought items by now. But
yep. But what I'm thinking is he's 6. We are how far through? We're halfway through level 5. He's fully into level 6. He's moving on to level 7. So now our smite is weaker if we go to test an objective.
But all we have is an attack speed item too. So and a long sword or a short sword, whatever you want to call it. But that's not that much. Like right here, this is very risky. Maybe call your mid laner.
That's still scary.
You know.
So we're down 2 levels on Olaf.
Because Zed had ult, so maybe call in your mid laner for help. But chickens are up. So now what's the game plan here? What do I want to do? Do I want to prio dragon? Their bot lane's not there. Let's get some more. Let's get some vision. Do I want to go top lane and meet with the red scuttle while trying to do a herald? That's out of the question. So let me just prio bot lane, right?
And we knew Olaf was top because we just ran into him. So chances are he's scuttle.
No, he got it. He got scuttle in front of Pantheon. That's what made William chase him all the way to turret. So this would have been a great time to
rotate
Drake. Yeah. Like right now, again, Herald top lane, their bot lane is trying to punish more and more, but we're still idling in river back and forth.
Here's what I'm thinking. Top lane's over. Nasus won. Mid lane's probably over because Kennen outscales. So your really only option at this point to win is going to be Jinx.
Right, and again, the bot lane has been doing so far pretty well. So that's not a bad pick there. Definitely, again, you want to back. You have gold, you have a full item, you have extra, back and get that item so you have a faster clear. You need to get vision on that dragon. You need to, I understand heat of the moment. You're trying to stay on track, stay on par with everything that's going on. But you need to take that breather and take your victories, right? So
and this is where I say play your game, right? play your game. Don't play the enemy's game at this point. You got to execute what you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take a step back. I know it's hard to do because at this point emotions are involved. This is a highly emotional game. But take a breather, like Barge said, and reconnect and play your game. Do your best you can to get every resource you can without giving up any.
Right. So again, just get out. You got out finally. Get your item. You saw that was who's there? Okay. So Olaf is mid now. And Zed is heading bot lane for some reason. And then we need a mid for team fights. So now that the lane is pushing bot lane again, Zed's there to help that lane once again, and you have vision. Once again, you want to get your ADC and your bot lane to help you dragon. Oof.
We got lucky there.
Yeah, that was very close.
Go back. I would just get off the map, in my opinion.
I mean, if you can clear, you can clear, but you used your smite. Now you got 30 seconds for your smite to get back up, and your dragon's still there. Again, I'm just stressing it too much now at this point, but it's more of of how long ago you could have had another dragon already respawning, right? So yes, you get Omnivant from this, but now who knows what next Drake would have been, right?
Correct.
And you had the pressure in bot lane enough to provide that. And presence everywhere else. Like again, our Camille kept pushing top. Mid lane was always contested, and then bot lane was always being pushed in. So you definitely want to have that pressure. Now the Herald's coming up, and top lane's going to be taken, so that's good. Or push. Questionable ult. Maybe it was a misclick.
Yeah, it looked definitely like a misclick because he initially had it over them in the area. I mean, it happens. It definitely.
Ooh. All right. Good shield. Good shield. So you have vision. You only took out their support, and you don't have a mid laner. So this is. So ADC's pushing. So now you want to, yeah.
No, Ash is dead.
Turn for sure. There you go. So right now, when Olaf ults, is again unstoppable. Can't CC him down. Smite's not up. It's very risky. You lost your ADC, you lost your mid laner, you lost I think you lost your support as well. So
yep.
You finally got the objective, but at the same time, like at what cost, right? So it's like saying you get a third of an item, and then you gave them 800 gold.
Do you want me to do back to that whole scene?
Sure. Yeah, we can definitely run that back.
Yeah.
So right there's fine.
Yeah. It looked like he hit it. I don't know what happened.
I think it was because he was also panning, and then the screen locked back up as he let go. So that was a good shield here to keep blocking the incoming damage off of Ashe. But right here, we still have Jinx splitting, chasing someone down. And that's where Olaf turns and feels like, oh, wait, I gotta help my laner. Because they're just gonna chase me down. But Camille's low. Good pick there. But Olaf is full health and Lux doesn't have a snare, doesn't have ult, doesn't have anything, so he definitely punishes that. Oh, he didn't have ult yet. The Olaf didn't use ult yet. He just used it to run across the Jinx traps. And everybody just went for it, fled from themselves. Like they left the ADCs, like, yeah, you're a goner. So again, you got the objective, and that's fine. But it took you so long that you lost so much. Like you lost top lane for it. You lost like 5 kills for it, and then another 2 extra on the objective. So now Herald's up.
And I don't read Spanish, but I'm pretty sure Barj does. Cut off all chat. Cut off team chat. There's really hardly anything that ever gets said that's necessary.
Yeah, I would definitely just mute them. You can still also mute as well.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah, again, this is solo queue. You're expected to. You're not going to carry every game, and not every game is going to be a synergetic game with like the rest of your team. But definitely, just keep an open mind about that stuff, and or clear mind. I want to say.
That's something right there that he did that's actually probably really good. He opened up and prioritized different boots, I believe, based on the position.
Right, 100%. You definitely want to check what type of boot you want to go against. Oof. Let's see, right here.
Okay, apparently that
stops him. Okay.
Hey, nice. It's called Let's Learn Together.
Second wall for them, but here again, you had smite. You could definitely smite your objective and heal back up. Yes, I'm sure the panic from seeing the rest of the team showing up was intense, but
this is a good engage.
It is, except he's alone.
Yeah, no one left you like you left Jinx.
Yeah, there's the payback right there. Oh. So see, right here's everybody's playing their own game, right? So yes, you can like play your game, but at the same time, like you definitely need to keep in mind that you can't solo carry, and none of these champions that are on right now in this team composition can solo carry. Like Zed just has 100 to 0 ult on one person, possibly. Lux can just catch another person, possibly. Jinx needs a front line to protect her. So at this point, if you're not behind per se, you're pretty evened out. But you definitely want to build a little bit more tanky on Pantheon, so you can survive more while your Jinx can, just bring that damage output from the backline.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you. At this point, since he understands how to, to buy items, would you have gone tanky at that point, just gone full tank from there on out to just try to buy time for Jinx to line up in the back line? And you answered my question that I was going to ask. So
yeah. So it comes down to like on the first video, if you see your bot lane is either struggling or doing good, snowball that lane or help that lane, right? So however it takes. Like right now you're the front line. You're the one that engages. Same thing with Camille. Camille is going to try to isolate their carries every time. And then Jinx needs to be protected or needs to be backlining, right? So
we definitely apologize if there's any quality drop. The normal apps that we run the show on, or that I run the show on, we cannot get it to work. And we sat there for like an hour trying to get it to work. And this was the only option we had to be able to another.
Right.
So
can you rewind this part a little bit?
Yes.
This was pretty good. A little bit more. So as he's coming down, can you pause it?
Yep.
So right here, you're trying to clear scuttle. So what do we see on the mini map right now?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. We don't know where their team is. We don't know. Like we only know that bot lane is pushing and top lane is pushing, and Zed's mid. We don't know where they're at. Right now, Pantheon has 2 wards. The Pixie Bush ward is already ending, so that's fine. But I'm not sure. So that bush on top of them, that entrance towards their blue buff, is not warded. The bush ward on top of Pantheon right now is not warded. So yes, we are getting the scuttle, but what else? We only have chicken ward.
So you could drop a ward. This is, I think, one of the MVP wards right here in this brush. Drop another one here. Now you have vision. You know they're coming here. You know they're coming here.
But like at this point, if you don't like, they can just bomb rush you, right? So just toss it on top of that wall there where the blue buff is, from right where you're standing, like we're right there, or right on the bush before that MVP bush, Yeah. So
my bet is they're here.
And again, like
Maybe
I
not.
wouldn't be doing Baron because we never saw them running that way. So again, and you have lanes being pushed up, so you would expect the team to be using that to their advantage.
Sorry, wrong. I didn't realize there was a ward right here. So they're definitely probably not on Baron. Definitely, maybe not. You want me to hit play again?
Yeah, you can play it now. So see, as he goes in, he goes straight for dragon. Nobody else warded around. So guess what's going to happen?
You're going to get pushed in and evaded on, and now you're taking damage from the dragon.
It's you just got collapsed on. You leashed the dragon for them. As Zed can't do anything about it, so he's just going to go play his own game again and push top lane. So again, fall back a little bit. You can see where, as the team pinches them from both those sides, we could have warded before the dragon fight starts. So again, it comes down to vision control. You're pathing around the map. Most of those fights are because of that. It wasn't like Zed, even if Zed wasn't there, like you would have seen that coming and you would have just fallen back. Because you're outnumbered.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't go in. Oh my goodness. You have to defend base. So turtle up. You have, 120 gold minion coming in every wave. So that's good for your team. Ward defensively. You still have 2 wards up. Ward that bush on the left side. Ward that bush, those raptors on the right. See, like try to get, every time they're going to push the wave in, try to see if they're coming from the sides as well. You can't fight under Baron minions, which is what's happening top. So right here, Susan can definitely win 100% because of minion aggro.
Yeah, especially Baron up minions, and that's a lot of minions.
Right. It was 2 caddy minions with Baron buff, so that's just melting you away. But at this point, you're so scatterbrained and all over the place that you're just trying to find solutions wherever you can, and it's just max tilt at this point.
Yep.
But again, trying to do your best independently, it helps. But at the same time, you need to pull your team together with a game plan, especially as the jungle. The jungle role is one of those roles that need to prioritize that. You're the one that has the control over your team the most. We need to go Baron. We need to go Dragon. We need to ward. See, the jungle's the one that has that power to do that, right? So come with me, follow me. I need help. So, especially as the jungle, that ones that rotates around the map the most. So definitely use that. Use that power as a jungler to move your teammates around. Like, I'm doing scuttle in the first clear. I'm doing scuttle or put ping help, ping group.
Absolutely.
Group here.
And I know I go back to Nice a lot, but I mean, the guy makes a living teaching people how to play League of Legends. If you have your pings on cooldown when there's like an objective coming up or a neutral objective that you need help contesting, you're playing wrong. You definitely need to spam, because a lot of people, they're playing their own game. They get tunnel vision in just like you do. So when that happens, you have to break them out of that mentality. They're not paying attention to what you're doing. They don't have that luxury, especially mid lane. They don't have that luxury. They're 1v1. They're trying to make sure they play their game to the best of their ability. Top lane, same thing. And well, I guess it goes to every role. So you have to break them and say, okay, this is going on. Also, what I'm looking at, I'm seeing a lot of indecisiveness, and that's okay because we're new, right? We're Plat, we're new. You obviously got to Plat for a reason because you're not in gold, you're not in bronze, you're not in silver. It's hard to stay in iron, but you're not there. So you're in Plat, so we're climbing the ladder. We're actually applying some knowledge to some mechanics, which is a good thing. And it's okay to lose games at this point because you have the opportunity to learn so much more from a loss than you do from a win. Whereas I'm just seeing indecisive jungle pathing, which is causing you to fall behind in this game specifically. Definitely go in to play your game, and if you can't get anywhere against the enemy team, fall back to playing your game.
Right. So especially as soon as the game starts, go in with confidence, right? Play with confidence every time. Doesn't matter the role. Play with confidence, because again, the game starts with mental. If your mental's like weak or just I'm just gonna play this game. If you're not coming in strong, then it's just gonna be another just dwindling game. And if with that comes the indecisiveness, I guess I'll help you, I guess I'll just not help, I'll just do my own thing, like you guys are bad, and then just the snowballing tilt. But definitely come in with that confidence, like I'm going red at level 3 gank, like just bring that game plan in, like just, hey top, I'm going level 3, or mid, hey, I'm going level 2 gank, and even if it doesn't happen, but you have that mentality already pre-gamed, where it's like, I'm just gonna own it, I'm just gonna dominate the jungle, I'm just gonna dominate these lanes.
Absolutely. And sometimes we get stuck in these mentalities and we don't even realize we're in them. I was stuck in them for a while and I could not climb. I couldn't climb. I was mad at my teammates all the time, but our support, I actually interviewed him and he made me realize I had something called a loser's mentality, where I would go in the game already defeated. And if you can defeat your enemy before the war even starts, then the war's lost. And he really broke me out of that mentality and made me realize, hey, it's a game, so have some fun with it. And you don't even realize that you're in that mind state, because maybe you do go in and next time you play, you're up against somebody in Emerald, you think, oh crap, they're going to beat me. You need to go into that game and play it like you're the top dog. You need to play it like you're Faker from League of Legends.
Right. No, and you have to understand that when you play ranked is because you initially believe that you are better than what you're placed, right? Than where you're playing at, right? So it goes to everybody the same way. It happened, same thing to me. When I was playing ranked the first time ever, I was like, I don't belong in silver. I don't belong in gold. As I climbed up, I play better than gold players. I play better than this. So I'm gonna bring that play style, right? In every game I play, win or loss, because I know I don't belong in this elo. I don't belong in this rank bracket. So, like you said, don't, that loser's mentality, that loss as the game, or just fear of certain champion matchups. It's like, oh man, I'm Garen, I'm going against this Cannon, this is going to be tough. It doesn't matter. You don't know how that Cannon plays. They might be a first time Cannon. Even if it's a Mastery 7 Cannon, there's ways to play around it. You can still play, you can still be confident into like, okay, it is going to be a strong matchup. I have to find a different approach. Hey jungle, I'm gonna need some help up here from the get-go. Hey mid lane, can you rotate up? So definitely bring that confidence. Just trust your skill.
Yeah, I agree completely. And I guess with that being said, hopefully this helped, and I guess we'll conclude here. In the future, if you want to send another VOD back in, I'll be more than happy to review it. If I can't get this situation fixed with my recording equipment, I will definitely record solo. This way it might be potentially a better looking experience. I'm ugly in 4K, so I'd imagine what I look like in a lower resolution. So
I mean, it happens. If anything, if it gets too ugly, we'll just do voice.
there you go. I'll just, you know, I have a face for radio and a voice for closed captioning. So
All right.
all right. Well, I appreciate you for coming on, Barj. It definitely helped me.
Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, absolutely. I will hopefully see you next time through the app.
I hope so too. Yeah, definitely. I want to be able to give a more crisp perspective.
Yeah, it's so choppy. I hope it's okay. Maybe I can edit the video to where, I don't know. I'll figure it out in post. All right, man. All right. Thanks, Barj.
Appreciate it.